there's some computers missing. I gave away a few over the week. It's always good to keep them cycling through. I get them, I have my fun, I give them away. So today is going to be a very, very fun video as we try to build something to plug that gap. And of course, it has to be spooky. So naturally, we have a Dell, or most of a Dell. And this disgusting thing is going to be our zombie PC for the day. This came out of the free pile at VCF Midwest 2025. And it looks like it didn't belong in the free pile, it belonged in the dump. So, I mean, there's nothing left of this thing. There's no front plate, there's no optical drives, there's no nothing. It's destroyed. But let's have a look inside. See what else we might be missing. So they call these clamshells because they open kind of like a clamshell. Let's spin it around here. And this is going to be fun because usually you prop it up on this side and it swings this way, but we can't really... Oh, God, this thing really is in terrible shape. Oh, it doesn't want to open. So what do we have? You can see it before I do. Oh. It's a whole lot of nothing. Looks like we've got a newer socket than I expected. That is LGA 775. We've got PCI Express. Ooh, we got some free SATA cables. And that's probably DDR2. So, I think there's one thing we've got to do, because I don't immediately see any bad capacitors, which kind of frightens me, because usually these computers are gotten rid of for a reason. Now let's... Oh wow, the motherboard tray is not affixed down. That's terrible. Get that unplugged. We have a weird what the hell? Huh. Well, you know what we can do? We'll get our... Wait a minute. Oh, this is going to be hard to do. How do I get that off? I want to test the power supply. To do that, I need this fan to be gone. And... Oh, dear. Yeah, this is dirty. How do I get that fan off? It slides up, clearly. Looks like there's a couple of notches. Well, I need a screwdriver, that's what I need. Flathead. There's 1. 2. Okay, what are we stuck on? It's not as bad as it could be. But let's get this unplugged. I still don't see any bad capacitors. Let's get our power supply tester here and see what we're working with. Because if this is just a bad power supply, well, we can replace that real easy. If not, there might be something worse wrong with this board. Survey says, wow, that flashed the lights a lot. Well, we're weak. We're at 11.9 on all of the 12-volt rails. Power good takes an entire second. The 5-volt is fluctuating between 4.6. Oh, wait a minute, HH. That's a bad power supply. Oh, come on, you. Okay. Well, let me show you how to install these. There's a green little lever here. Wait a minute. Is this the model that still has screws on the back? Yes, it is. Okay. Some of the newer ones only had that little green lever, but this one still has at least 2 screws. Okay. Could be worse. So let's get this power supply out of here. Little green lever. Ow! It bit me. Oh, this is real gross. Okay. So that probably wasn't the core problem, because even as it was, that wouldn't have stopped it from booting and being used. It was just detrimental to the life of the motherboard. We've got this random cooler master. I believe this has a bad fan. But before I install it, let's check this one and see if it has any voltage problems. Whoa. We're pushing almost 13 volts on the 12 volt rail. It's coming down. 12.7 still. I mean, it's within spec. So I guess we'll use it. That's a scary power supply. We're in. I think this might actually be usable. No. Well, if I just... I don't know about this one. Well, maybe this one will work. Nope. Not even close. Well, got this GenMax ATX power supply. But this one's only got a 20 pin. Wait a minute. Wait. Why is that a different color? Okay, this is a weird power supply. Does this one even work? Hey. This one's rock solid across the board. 12.1 on the 12 volt, 5 volt on the 5 volt, 3.4 on the 3.3. Power goods 330 millisecond. This is good. This is a good power supply. It's ancient, but it'll work. So let's go ahead and pull this out. Oh. And more crucially, let's see if it'll work in the case. No. Dang. Okay. That's not great. All right, what do I have in my power supply bin? It seems that we don't have a choice. We have to use this thing, which means we have to clean it. So, I guess let's get started. Well, that's not super great. This is that sticky dust. Oh dear. While we've got this open, let's have a look at this thermal paste, and we will see if there's any salvaging. We'll see what's even in here. Is this a Celeron or like a Pentium 4? I really doubt this is Core 2 Duo era. I highly doubt that. Just as I thought, that's a Pentium 4 2.8 gigahertz. So, but I am a little surprised. These capacitors here are usually super, super bad. Oh, that was definitely the original thermal paste. Oh boy. But we've got at least what appears to be good capacitors on this board. Not sure how that happened, but you know what? Small victories. Small victories. Now, where's my thermal paste? Well, found it. Yeah, that means I've got to keep building this. Dang it. Well, I mean, we could live with a Pentium 4. I don't think this has a specific orientation. Just in. Now let's get our fan shroud back on. No, we want this to be in first. Because this can't be installed without the power supply in first. Well, I'm sure this will be fine. You know, we haven't really, at this point, changed anything about the PC. It is exactly as it was thrown away in. Yeah. So, is this DDR2 or DDR1 is the next question. Well, I've got some DDR. And let's see if this is correct. This might be DDR2. Alright, so this isn't a DDR1 machine, which means it's DDR2. And I wonder if I've got any with me. Okay. Well, I didn't find much. I must still have all that in my old studio. But I did find two 512 megabyte sticks. So we're going to pop these in real quick. I don't actually know if the white or black ones get populated first. I'm going to guess white. And I suppose, let's get our fan shroud back on. Why does it have to suck so much? That's my question. Okay. So that's in place. Get our power plugged back in. So, oh. Can I even reach that now? There's one. Okay, there's two. Those really don't matter that much, but still. It's rare that you still have them, so we're going to keep them. But in theory, we might be able to see if this thing will post. So, we're going to shift this here just a little bit so you can still see if anything explodes, because that is not out of the picture. That could happen. Oh, we might get a capacitor to pop. pretty sure this has onboard graphics. Yes, it does. It would be very funny if this was thrown away because of, like, oh, I don't know, bad CMOS battery. Okay. The fans started to spin. Looks like it's turning on its own. No friggin' way. Oh, that's funny. It's a zombie. Okay. Oh, yeah, let's get that CMOS battery replaced real quick. Just because I have plenty of them. And it needs it. Where is it? Oh, this damn case is destroyed. There's our culprit. I need a flathead. Right. Oh, that thing is barely even attached to the board. What happened to this? Yeah, that whole thing's about to come right off the board. This system was abused. How did that how do you lose the CMOS holder off the motherboard? Oh, I can get this battery out, that is. There we go. I mean, it's worth a shot. Yeah, this whole thing wiggles back and forth, unlike that. Maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll be fine. So this Dell was made when Dell was trying, for some reason, to get rid of PS2 ports. Not really sure why they did that, because immediately after this, they came right back. So we've got only USB 2. I need a mouse. Yeah, we'll try this Salvation Army mouse I picked up for a couple bucks. It's Walmart brand, so it can't be that old. Could be bad, though. That's a possibility. In fact, I'd say it's a likelihood. We've got our mouse hooked up. Now the question is, do we want to stick with onboard graphics just for now while we figure out storage, or do we want to immediately go for a graphics card? I think the safe bet is onboard for now. Which obviously means we're going to go ahead and install a graphics card. So we've got this 4670 that's been teasing us for a while, and I think that it's finally time that we use it, you know, with this system that has a questionable power supply. Perfect. Now, just because that alone could cause us to not work, let's see if it still posts. In fact, let's see if it even displays out from the graphics card. You need to be adjusted. Oh. No display out yet. Oh my god, there it is. F2 for setup. There's no way. There's no way. Okay. BIOS from 2005, hey? This is a Dell GX280. Looks like it's got the A04 BIOS. I believe that this goes up to A11 or A12. Pentium 4, 2.8. Looks like it's an 800 megahertz front side bus, so this can probably handle a Pentium D just fine. We might think about upgrading that, in fact. 1 gig of memory. 400 megahertz DDR2. Ugh. I think we keep this as a cursed system. Yeah, drives. Let's see. Diskette drive is... Let's turn that off so it doesn't complain. We want SATA to be on. We'll do 1 and 2. Or, sorry, SATA 0 and SATA 2. There is no other SATA. Let's see. Smart reporting on. Yeah, I mean, save and exit. Now we're going to need an optical drive for this. Alert, PCI Express card is operating in X1 mode? What? That doesn't make any sense to me. What the heck? Is that under video? I don't know how to fix that. That's weird. So I guess we'll have an X1 graphics card? That's wild. I don't think I have a different card that we can use in there because everything else I have requires external power. At least everything else I have with me. You know what? No. No, we've got an equally cursed card. I don't know what this is, but this is not the original bracket for it. I don't know if it works. It's AMD, obviously, but this is probably like an HD 6470 or something. I mean, it's got DisplayPort on it. Should we give it a shot? I mean, it's got to be better than a Radeon 4670 running in X1 mode. Of course, this means we'll need an adapter. And I notoriously can never find those. You know, I do have this. I could not find an adapter for the life of me. I know I've got a bunch, but I think they're all up in the old studio. This is an R5 220. I don't even think this works. Oh, just get out of here. But, I mean, it's worth a shot. It's got Windows XP drivers, which is what we're going to be using. So, does it display? I don't think that it likes that card. Oh my god, it does. Oh, we've got some weird graphical... Oh, yeah, that's... Nope. That's a dead card. Small update. I looked inside the PCI Express slot and found a whole bunch of bent pins. It looks like someone didn't undo that and just wrenched a card out. That is terrible, and probably why this isn't working. But, I mean, worst case scenario, it's running in X1 mode. Okay. As for drives, we've got this 250 gigabyte SATA SSD that was donated to us in the last video. I say we use it. And of course, thankfully, how are these kept on? Dell includes extra, there we go, sleds for optical drives and whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and pop this in as well. All right, let's get our random optical drive in here. That looks good to me. Now, this looks like it originally had a, well, IDE hard drive in here, if not also an optical drive. But we're upgrading to SATA. So let's go ahead. Kind of looks like this had a lot of stuff in here before. So we'll get data connected to that. And this already has a right angle SATA connector on it. So this will go ahead right on up here. Oh, that's not going to work. Let's move it up. That looks like it'll work. Perfect. Now we need power, obviously. So let's do that. This one can go up here. In theory, we now have a fully working system. Oh, you got a useless cable. Okay. What else do I need to do? I think we're good. Let's see if we still post. And let's see if that 1x issue has gone away. I did do some cleaning after all. Wow, I don't like how that just dims my lights. Oh, it didn't turn on by itself this time. That's an improvement. Drive 1 not found. Serial ATA SATA 2. Well, we didn't get the alarm about our graphics card. SATA 2 is the SSD. Okay. Ouch. Let's just go ahead and pop that off and put it back in. Oh dear. Maybe this is a bad SATA cable. I mean, it was free with the system after all. Might be bad. It's not like I've got spares just lying around. Could also be power, but I doubt it. Drive 1 not found. Okay, let's try different power. Oh, now it turns on by itself. Okay. Okay, this should work just fine. Drives. Well, you know, the DVD drive is detected. So let's try this. Maybe it's the port on the motherboard, which would suck. But, you know, it happens. Huh. Yeah. Detects them just fine now. Now here's another question that I've got. Can we boot from our iOD ST300? That would make things a lot easier for me. So let's see here. We're going to select Windows XP Professional. There we go. I'm going to try and reboot real quick. What's the boot number for this? Is it F8? F12. Let's see, USB CD-ROM drive. That didn't work. Let's try again. Onboard USB CD-ROM drive. Let's just hit enter a bunch. Nope, that didn't work. All right. Oh dear. You know what? Maybe USB booting is disabled. Let's see. That is negatory on the iOD ST300, which means we have to go optical. Great. I love booting from optical. Well, I suppose now our question is, does our DVD drive even work? It ejects very slowly, that's for sure. We may have resurrected this. That would be fantastic if we did. Oh, yes. Okay. From the dump back to life, our zombie PC lives. And with that, I'll see you on the desktop. Well, now we've gone and done it. It got cold out. It dropped to 35 degrees. It's a little nippy in here, but I did want to get one thing out of the way while we were installing games. An unboxing, because of course it's an unboxing. A couple of things, actually. I was told that the box, the Logitech keyboard and mouse box does not actually contain a keyboard and mouse. So, let's go ahead and pop this open. I didn't even look. I should have looked. It does contain a keyboard and mouse, just not the Logitech ones. This is a... I don't actually know. Skytech M1000, complete with the keyboard. This is Skytech K1000. That's actually really cool. They donated, the same person donated another, I think keyboard. Did you donate another mouse? I don't remember. But one of these, probably both, are going to go to that kid. So that is fantastic. Thank you for pointing that out. I probably wouldn't have opened that for like a month and a half. So, ooh, yes. But of course, that's not all. Oh no. Oh boy. This is too heavy to bring on the table, so I'll just put the individual items up as I unbox them. A friend of the channel donated a Corsair RM850X power supply. They also donated a Thermaltake Smart W3 600 watt power supply, a Thermaltake Smart W3 600 watt power supply, and a Thermaltake Smart W3 600 watt power supply. That's a lot of power supplies. I have been instructed that this Corsair power supply goes in my computer. That's what this was donated for. I can do that. I can do that. But let's get these out of the way. Because... And I thought this was my friend at first. But, wow, I'm kind of out of room already. How am I going to stack these? I got another donation. Ouch. That's totally safe. Yeah. This one arrived in a separate box, but I put it in that box just to make it easier to bring it down. A Thermaltake Smart 700 watt power supply. So, unfortunately, this came in an Amazon bag with no information whatsoever. So if this was you, thank you so much, whoever you are. Sound off in the comments below. This is going in the kids' PC. This is perfect. This is literally perfect. I mean, we could have gotten away with a 600 watt, but this gives some breathing room for upgrades later on. I have other news as well. I'm going to set this down here. I've been in contact with Habitat for Humanity. I went there to see what they had sitting around, and I wasn't too disappointed. We got a HDMI cable. We've got this weird PS2 wireless mouse antenna without the mouse. A couple of other wireless mice, and that was about it. However, more importantly than any of that, I was talking with them about monitors computers themselves, things like that. And they let me know that they don't take those. They don't. People drop them off, and they throw them away. They can't deal with those. They don't sell fast enough. They occupy way too much space. So, after explaining what I did to them, they gave me 2 monitors for free that other people had recently dropped off, again, that they could not sell, and they promised more. So I dropped off my email address, and with any luck, Habitat for Humanity will be funneling any PC donations to me, and then I can refurbish them and donate them further to whoever needs them. So that is potentially, it hasn't happened yet, obviously, but potentially humongous news for the channel, and something I'm very, very excited for. So with that, let's get to the desktop properly. And here we are, finally on the desktop itself. This hasn't been as much of a nightmare as I expected it to be, considering it's missing half the case, but it certainly wasn't easy either. Now we have our traditional tests. We've got Unreal Tournament 2004, we've got Battlefront 2, and a few other games. But as you can see, in reference to our finally passing 3,000 subscribers, which is absolutely insane, we're going to play SimCity 3000 from CD. So with that, let's get to the games. And there we have it. I can honestly say I didn't expect this to go as smoothly as it really kind of did. I mean, after a few attempts to clean things up and reseat things, we've got a working system. Now with that, obviously there are issues with it. It's missing half the clamshell, but, you know, you take what you can get. So this will soon go there, and I can begin to rebuild my wall after giving away several systems. Not too bad. Obviously we couldn't get Saints Row to really run at more than a couple of frames per second, but that game really does rely on a much more powerful CPU. So if you liked this video, a like would be appreciated. And if you want to see more stuff like this, feel free to subscribe. If you want to send things in for that kid's PC or just for the channel in general, my P.O. box is in the description below. Additionally, my Patreon can also be found down there. Now that I want to call out specifically because once this weekend rolls around, I will be putting up a poll for choosing names for that kid's PC. Thank you for watching.